a round stage. You know, that's again
Love
like
the round
not the
stage.
square. That was so special.
I have never seen in a small venue like this, like Peppermint Club. It's so unique to this venue.
Hello, I'm Kaya Lamont, your host of Concert Chat LA. We're the only video podcast series that rates and reviews music venues and the performance immediately after the show from right here, my podcast studio that just so happens to look like a car. Sammy Carpintero is my guest tonight. She's a USC Annenberg grad who co-created a marketing handbook for industry leaders. Now she helps musicians secure brand partnerships. And we're at the Peppermint Club, an intimate venue opened by Interscope Records and known for its state-of-the-art sound, to see BATHE, a Brooklyn duo making R&B soulwave music. Wow, wow, wow.
What a show.
I've been wanting to come to this venue for a while now. It's so discreet. First impressions of the show, Sammy.
You kind of have like an R&B act inside of this vintage and Great Gatsby-like club. Was very unique.
And then you did your due diligence.
I did.
Like a good little USC master's student. And looked up some really cool history. Give me what you sort of learned, some backstory on the Peppermint Club.
It was Interscope Records that started this little venue, and in hopes of not only just continuing like the music legacy in Los Angeles, but a platform for their artists to kind of come out and debut.
The pre-show experience was pretty easy. Their tickets here at Peppermint Club run through Ticketmaster.
Yeah.
What's interesting though about this club is they do have tables that you can reserve.
Yeah.
So I saw that online. It was like $150 for a table of 4. I opted not to do that just because it's my first time here. I didn't know what to expect. And as far as parking goes, for me, I found street parking. However, I had to run back out to the car to fill the meter. But all that is to say, found easy street parking. What about you, Sammy? What do you think pre-show wise?
Just a heads up, if you are going to go to the Peppermint Club, it was definitely a line that can kind of veer into the restaurant next door.
Super friendly though, security.
Yeah, definitely. That's big in the pre-show experience because any interaction before the show starts could ruin the night. That has happened to me.
First impression, baby.
It really is. So I really love how low-key they were and just how personable.
Let's go into the style.
Okay.
So you walk in, and what I really, really enjoyed was the fact that there is a curtain. Okay.
I love that.
Right? That mystery.
Element of surprise.
Yes, and like that tangibility, right? So I had to actually touch the curtain to get in. Okay, love that.
Yeah.
The bar's right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
The wall had like wood.
The paneling. And
yes, I wish I knew what type of wood, but it's, talk about pricey. That some
very
serious...
expensive. Interscope really spent money there.
Yes.
On the acoustics of
oh my God.
The wooden panels. Yeah.
And then you sort of wrap around naturally, like the flow of the room as you sort of walk
natural.
around. Yeah, walk around the bar.
Yeah.
And then we found ourselves a really nice banquette.
Velvet
nice
seating, again circular. We were all facing each other, so it didn't feel disconnected. Everybody was included, which I have to say I really appreciate about this venue.
And it was high quality.
Yes,
okay.
Very.
I didn't feel no ripped leather.
No,
okay, sometimes you feel
at
that,
all,
right?
at
It was
all.
very high quality. I wasn't too impressed with the little tablecloth number they had going on. I think that it was sort of like
that was a tissue paper.
Yeah, and it was too like catering. I liked the lighting fixtures. Of course, they had a little dish of peppermints.
Right. That was So cute.
Of course. And
Very fitting.
And then I saw like
Yes.
little like discarded peppermints like all around like the floor of the venue throughout the night, which was hilarious.
Expected at a club though. Peppermint I've seen a lot worse, so peppermint was good to see.
If I lived in Polly Pocket land, this would be the music venue.
I think we're missing a very big thing.
What?
It was Halloween at the Peppermint Club.
Okay.
It was... This is Halloween. This very, very Halloween.
Yeah, I'd like to come back without the decorations, but it just was just a little distracting for me.
The bathrooms left me confused. Like, girl is so confusing. Like, girl is so confusing.
It's this really luxurious main room, right? It's just beautiful. I was hoping to walk in and be wowed by the bathroom. We love a good bathroom.
Where was I?
Yeah,
it was a different club. It felt like a different venue.
Yes.
In there.
Yes.
Just wasn't cohesive with what the Peppermint Club, in my opinion, is trying to give. And I'm not trying to bag on every bathroom, because a bathroom is a bathroom, but I just didn't feel like it was cohesive with the vision.
Totally. I had to go back twice to just like reaffirm like that this bathroom had missed the target. And I really want to talk about the stage. That's a huge part of the style. Oh my gosh. Yeah. There's a curtain on the stage, and the stage is round.
Right.
Okay. And the curtain, it is so special. Again, it gives that mystery. It's vintage, it's nostalgic, and it beckons you to want to know what's going on back there. And then it opens.
Yeah.
And
it was a bit Shakespearean, and not in a tacky way, but the way that you would come to see a play, and you see the curtain and the actors are kind of rushing in and there's sets being built, and it built that kind of excitement and live feel that maybe like a play would give you.
A round stage, that's again
love
like
the round
not
stage,
the square. That was so special.
I have never seen in a small venue like this, like Peppermint Club. It's so unique to this venue.
The set design was really well thought out, really good art direction. Let's talk about the performance. There was an opener, but we really weren't feeling the opener so much.
Yeah, I just kind of miss that magical quality. The Riz was lacking. The Riz was lacking.
It comes down to Riz. Speaking of Riz, let's just talk about BATHE. I had to write this down. They say that their music is, quote, like a balm for the anxieties of modern life.
Wow.
I know, a balm. The curtain opened.
I felt like I was in their living room, guys. Like, I loved the feel of just, I'm in the bedroom or like in the living room, and you're just in your cargo pants and your t-shirt.
I love their story. Two best friends. They live in Brooklyn. They met in college, and their setup was minimal. So it's the producer, Corey Smith West.
Yeah.
Guitarist, producer, and he has his just a little setup here and laptop and some pads. Those pads.
the MIDI.
MIDI,
like
thank you. and then Dev is the singer. What did you think?
In my mind, it was like the soothing or the peace that I needed in the storm. And I think that was like my overall sense. And of course, there were some things that we all have critiques, but overall, I really loved that soothing sound to it, and just the feel was also soothing.
Totally.
Yeah,
So,
not trying too hard.
Yes, and they had really delightful banter. Dev had just really good talking in between songs.
The call and response was really
inspiring
stood out to me.
Good, like inspiring, motivational, self-help type of like, you got this type of talk for creatives. They played my favorite song, Sundress, which when I heard it off their EP, EP Bicoastal, I think. It was on repeat for the past week. so good. My critique is open it up. Like, there's some jammy moments, and I could tell that they can go there.
They can.
You know, to just get like instrumental, a little groovy, like there is moments there, and I wish that they had leaned into that just a little bit more.
I loved, this is my favorite part. My favorite part of tonight during Furlough was this blast of energy. Having that climax in the middle was like a rush. So I love that.
I love that.
Loved Furlough.
And a lot of like people dancing with each other. Like, just, it was truly like, I think if D'Angelo was here tonight, like he would be like giving them the nod of approval of like really good, sexy, romantic undercurrent throughout the entire night. And so it was nice to see couples, like getting into it. Yeah. I love these guys. New favorite band.
Oh,
I just really enjoyed their chemistry on stage. Like,
I will be following them on their journey. Yeah,
totally.
For sure.
Like, we came for the Peppermint Club, and they were like a total extra bonus. The service was so friendly, in my opinion. We sat down, and within like a minute or two, we were greeted by a cocktail waitress, and we got really yummy mocktails. As far as the bartender, they're all wearing like black cocktail attire. The male bartender was wearing a bow tie. So again, very Great Gatsby.
The mocktails here at the Peppermint Club were so good. Definitely like an LA find. Yes.
For mocktails.
For mocktails.
Mine was like a Sour Patch Kid, and not like in that like, ew, it's like hurting my throat type of sourness. It was like natural fruit going on. So I really loved that, and I love sour drinks, and it was really yummy. And you had a ginger beer.
I had a ginger beer number. It was like a ginger with lime. When I tell you how that lime cut through the ginger, it was so fresh and invigorating to the senses. Perfect for like the start of the show.
Yes.
To kind of open up the senses.
It's, you know, we're mocktail drinkers, and they were like customizing for us. That doesn't always happen. Like, they're very sweet to make
accommodating.
Really cool. Yes.
Very accommodating.
Yes. This next segment is all about the sonics.
Oh my gosh.
This is where this place really does shine. And I mean, okay, so if you're Interscope and you're developing a music venue, of course you're probably going to bring in the top dogs of acoustics, and
I'm expecting it.
Yeah.
From Interscope. Almost like buttery sound. And you pair that with the wooden panels. The acoustics were bouncing in the room. That surround sound. Wow. To have that type of sound in this small little club was, I don't even know if I have all the words, but that was the part of the night where I kind of lost words for that. That was amazing.
It felt like it was massaging me. The bass was perfect. They've implemented a lot of unique ways of making it feel cozy, which is the cork ceiling.
Yes, the cork
That's
ceiling.
So cool. Why more venues don't have a cork ceiling?
Why?
Yeah. It just was so like, I'm in a blanket, and the bass was just like nice and cozy. I barely needed my earplugs. Everything was just so beautifully warm and rich with the sound. Honestly, that really was a highlight for me, was the acoustics.
100%.
And we didn't even get the full picture.
This was not a full live band.
Thank you.
It was this shaking but cradling. It was like cradling.
It was. I can see the purpose here is to bring in artists and really hear their record.
Special for like an album release.
Yes, 100%. Because it really is a beautiful listening room.
It is for intimate connection. I mean, did you know that Kendall Jenner threw her birthday party there? Did you know that Drake threw his birthday party there?
Okay, now we're talking. We're bombed up. We're in a cradle. Every venue is different with that sound quality.
Yeah.
But this one definitely stands out to me. One thing that they can work on, though, if we go into Sonics, is the house music, the playlist.
Oh, yes. Yes. Mm-hmm.
It was just like, it was just too much Weekend. I mean,
yes.
I love Weekend. I don't need to hear it.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of like a good playlist. It's not every song is Weekend.
Right.
Yeah.
It did not go with the flow of the night. It made it feel cheap almost. Like it cheapened the experience. And again, nothing against The Weeknd or anybody that was being played out loud on those speakers. They're all artists that I respect. I just didn't need to be like encapsulated into somebody's like obsession almost. It was like a secret fan put their like playlist in.
Yeah. Let's wrap this up. Our last segment here with our venue checklist is the post-show experience. The band ended. The curtain slowly wheels back.
Very smooth.
Very cool, very dramatic. I love that. It was so neat. And then it was pretty quick. People just sort of left. I was expecting a little bit more of a hangout, but it was time to go, and people were excited to meet the band.
Yeah.
But here's where things get a little wonky.
Yeah.
So Peppermint Club has made the decision tonight. Maybe it's different in the summertime because I did see sort of an empty spot at the very like in the like porch area. But to put the merch booth area right at the entrance / exit.
Right.
And then have like the band there too to meet people.
The meet and greet. It felt awkward.
I was feeling claustrophobic. I needed to get out.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like I just needed to get out. Like I just kept moving. I saw the light and was just like walk towards the light. I couldn't stop to.
It was stuffy. No AC.
Stuffy. I couldn't even stop to really give them compliments, you know, which I normally do. It was just like I knew there were people behind me, in front of me. I just needed to just be outside. The flow of that wasn't as cohesive.
Right.
With like the main space.
The pre-show, I would say, and the post-show, I think those two categories can be done a little better to kind of unite that vision and really be true to the design of this venue and the work and just the beautiful and amazing attention to detail that these designers, all the work that they put into this venue. Truly.
You just said it so beautifully. Why I'm excited about this show and like having this discussion is to celebrate that artistry that goes into making a space. People did say niceties when we left, you know, I really always acknowledge that too. Like when people like say thank you for coming, bye now.
Right.
It's a nice way to
It makes a difference.
It does.
That last energy or feeling or word that you walk out with is probably the one you'll remember the most. The beginning and the end. The show is spectacular and you will remember moments of the show, but that first impression and when you leave the last impression, those are very important.
Thank you, Sammy, for coming to the concert with me.
Sweet.
Sammy,
had a great night.
One thing that just truly stands out about one of your achievements to me is how you've coined a new word that just went crazy all over the internet, especially amongst advertising and marketing professionals. Tell me what that word is. Tell me what it means.
This viral word that I've coined in the marketing world is Zigo or Zigos. Some people pronounce it Zigos. And it was my attempt at trying to understand Gen Z, their brain, how they connect with brands and communicate, and trying to understand myself in a way and my generation. And I was writing a 30-page paper and it just hit me. And it was this identity fluidity that we see in Gen Z. It's not an alter ego, but Zigos and Zigo is about expressive engagement. It's how Gen Z expresses. And I think that it's really important for brands to know that. And that's why it was just so viral, that it was an expressive engagement, not an alter ego. And that distinction was really important to make.
Tell me what you're working on right now.
Brand partnerships are like the fire of my life. I love working in brand partnerships, and that's what I'm up to. I'm helping independent artists find their voice, find their platform, and really find their footing, their money to fuel their art.
If you're an independent musician, get Sammy.
At Official Queen Sammy.
And that's a wrap on this episode of Concert Chat, a ticket holder tell-all from VEMORii, the only platform devoted to gig tripping and concert culture, made for fans who go the distance. Which means if you love traveling for concerts as much as we do, then subscribe and follow to the VEMORii YouTube channel so you never miss a Concert Chat episode. And if you're planning your next gig trip, then go to vemorii.live. That's VEMORii.live for more music venue reviews, hotel recommendations, and insider tips. Concert Chat is created, produced, and edited by me, yours truly, Kyle Lamont. And a big shout out to my co-pilot, Mark Tekashan, for his exquisite art direction and unwavering support.
And this is my Irish goodbye.
Thank you for having me.
Do you think I should call that guy?
Oh my gosh, you should. Go back in there.
Thank you all for pushing play, and I'll see you out there.